Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Newb, and I have a nice little story to tell you guys of an experience I had with Gamestop this week. Just to give you a heads up, this is going to be a long story, and if you do not have the patience to listen to long stories, just blindly click that like button. Okay, I'm kidding. But in all seriousness, this is just going to be a nice little story. It's just a way for me to at least vent, and if anyone wants to listen to it, that would be cool. Before I get into the actual story, let me give you a quick recap and a little backstory. I've been a fan of the game The Sims ever since I'd been in high school, and that was like 10 years ago or something like that. Shows how old I am. But I've been a great fan of The Sims, and I was able to get each one so far. The Sims, a couple of the expansions, Sims 2, a couple of the expansions, and now currently we're in the Sims 3 era. Now, during The Sims 2, there was quite a few expansions. Some were good, some were not so good, but probably the best expansion that the game came out with was Sims Seasons, and it implemented weather and a couple other features, but it pretty much made the most dynamic changes to the game itself, which made things very interesting. Now, when Sims 3 came out, it had a few good expansions, and there's some that I didn't touch with a 12-foot pole, like the Katy Perry expansion, with released like absolutely nothing, and they did that just for publicity of Katy Perry, so I wasn't very happy about that. But later on, they finally announced that they're going to do Sims 3 Seasons, and I was jumping up and down in joy that they were going to come out with this, because I was disappointed that they didn't do that last year, but they finally did this year. So once I found out about this about months ago, I literally rushed into GameStop, trading in my Fallout game for my PlayStation 3, because I already got a copy for my PC, traded it in, and put it down as kind of like a trade-in bonus, so I could pre-order the game Sims 3 Seasons. So I'm like, alright, cool. Now it's already in the bank. I talked with the girl. She says she set it up. All I have to do on the day, come in, pay the difference, and I'll have the game. So fast forwarding to this week, the game came out on Tuesday. I decided to walk in the store. I'm like, alright, cool. There's a line, because I just realized, I looked up, I'm like, oh, everyone's playing Black Ops 2. So everyone's buying Black Ops 2. Lovely. So there's a nice 15-minute wait in line for everyone to buy Black Ops, and I was the only guy coming in for the season, so, awkward. So I finally get in, and the person I'm talking to is the new manager of the store of GameStop. And I was like, alright, I'm here for my game, here's my information. She's like, oh, okay, let me check in the back. She was in the back for another 5 minutes, so I've been in that store for 20 minutes without getting anything yet. And I'm hoping to just grab the game, come back, and install it. But, life is never that simple. So, finally, after looking for the game, she comes out and is like, you know what? We never got the game. It's probably just because there was just a holiday recently. It was like Veterans Day. It was Veterans Day, and, we just never got it. So, how about this? We'll give you a 10% discount since it's not here right now, and why don't you just come back tomorrow and pick the game up tomorrow? I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, well, it's a little irritating, but she seems pretty genuine, and she's going to give me an additional 10% off, so I'm not going to trip off of it. This is cool. So I'm like, alright, cool, have a good day, went home. The next day, which I believe it was yesterday, before I went to the store, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to give them a call before I head over there. I must have checked their website and called them at least 3 times, never got an answer. Never answered the phone. So I'm like, alright, this is getting more irritating, but we'll just kind of roll with it. Go to the store anyway. Go in, talk to some other guy. I'm like, alright, I'm here for my game, Sims 3 Seasons. He's like, alright. He goes in the back. Comes back, I can't find your game. I'm like, dude, you guys should have it by now. I pre-ordered this months ago. So why is it that you guys don't have it? And you guys sent a message to my phone saying you guys are going to have it on Tuesday, but it's Wednesday, it's not here. Well, I'm just going to keep looking in the information, and you talk to my manager. I may need to just talk to my manager. And then he's looking at the order on his computer, like, sir, did you buy the game or the digital download? At this point, I wanted to punch a freaking window out. I'm like, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not gonna come to GameStop to get a digital download. Well, you could. Well, what happened was we would give you a code, and you would go to Gamestop.com and download the code from there. I'm like, why would I come to an actual store to, go so I could buy the game at the store, but have to get a code at the store to go back home and download it at GameStop.com. Why would I do all that mess when I could just go skip the middleman and just go to GameStop.com? Or even better, why don't I just go to The Sims and buy it through them? Wouldn't that make a little bit more sense? So I'm like, oh my god, because he just confirmed that whoever did my transaction months ago put it as a download, not the actual box. And it's like, well, we can just get you another copy. I'm like, no, this is not right because you don't get pre-order bonuses. I mean, it's not. I'm thinking like it's not that big of a deal, but I'm not gonna get screwed over in content because they made the mistake of giving me a digital download. How the hell? I'm like, dude, how the hell do you sell digital downloads in the store? I'm gonna go into a store. I'm gonna want the actual box. So what the hell? It just didn't make any sense to me. Finally, the manager comes in and she was like, yeah, they put it down to download, so you're gonna have to go to the other store. I was like, no, make sure you give me the freaking limited edition like I bought. Do not screw me over. Finally, she had to search a few stores, and that was another. We're like 30 minutes in, me in the store being like, oh my god, I want to punch a kitten and kick a puppy right now. So finally, she was like, okay, I found the store. I'm gonna go pick it up, and they confirmed that it was a limited edition. All right, I just need you to come back in an hour because the store's far away. I'm like, all right, whatever. Finally, I leave the store. I took a nice long ass walk just so I could blow off some steam because I was really just ticked off at that point. Had to go to Home Depot and feel like I was a real man looking at some lumber and some shit like that. So I finally get back on the hour. She just walked in with the game. Finally, the transaction is concluded. I got my discount. And finally, this whole ordeal was finally over. Of course, after I install the game, I accidentally get one of my vampires killed. But, that's just The Sims life. So, I just wanted to express that story to you guys. Because that was just such an annoying experience and funny at the same time. And, I just thinking back on it right now, I'm trying to think, what's the moral of this story? Should I not have gone to GameStop to do this transaction? Should I think of this as like, okay, there's no point in trying to continue going to the store because a lot of people don't like GameStop for the way they do business? Should I just try to avoid playing The Sims anymore because EA is the evil bastards who created a lot of bad things in this world? Or should maybe the whole moral of the story is maybe I should not have gotten so worked up over a video game? I don't know, it's just a lot of things that I need to think in retrospect. But in the end, even after I think of all these things, I'm still going to play a lot of fucking Sims after this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this small little story that I just had to go through. I will have new content up hopefully within the next month or so. I know I've been really slacking off in the content mode, but I'm trying to try some bigger things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. This is Newb. You guys have a great day. Ah, God, I'm